Dang. All right. It's another edition of the Dangerous Gym Show. I'm so excited. I'm super happy today. Make sure you go back on YouTube. Go back and check out all the other podcasts that we have. We had Jeff Meadows in here. Jeff Meadows actually gave me this shirt. The best lawyer in the Midwest gave me this shirt, the best DUI lawyer. We did something on Prisoner. I am Jim Miller. This is the Dangerous Gym Show. The twins are in the booth making it happen.
What's up?
Making it happen.
We're here.
Yes. We need to thank our sponsors, Laturza Coffee, Wake the Hell Up Coffee. We got two sponsors. And, of course, Podcast Playground for making this happen. We're going to do some Mick Blankenship stuff today. I'm so excited. How do you feel?
I'm good, man.
Let's just get a little feel for what you do before anything else happens. Right? Okay. Twins, turn it up so that people can hear it louder. Now, one thing that I was surprised about, Mick Blankenship. He's one handsome fella. You're one handsome fella, man. I was surprised. You're tall, you're handsome, pretty, and I say that as heterosexually as I can say it, but dude, you got everything you need, right? Listen to this. Turn it up a little, twin. Listen to that, buddy. Can you sing it? No, I'll draw that. So this is what Mick Blankenship sounds like. Now, in my opinion, this dude right here, he's the best hard rock talent. You're the best hard rock talent in the city. To me,
man.
To me.
Come on now.
That's to me.
Okay.
Now I know to you probably can't see that, but to me, you are the best. You're the best hard rock talent around.
Man,
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Because what I do is I go by what songs I want to hear more than once, right?
Sure.
And every local band that I listen to, every band, I don't care, ABC band practicing out here, I want to hear good songs, don't you?
Absolutely.
And I want to find songs that I want to hear again.
It all starts with the song.
Dude. And so, but your music and also some Dallas Moore music makes it into my regular gym playlist and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy. This is Mick Blankenship, by the way. Let's just put his website down here when we get a chance, MickBlankenship.com. I appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
So let's just go. Let's talk about what we were talking about off the air right away.
Sure.
As you know, I've been a performer my whole life, and so have you. What we were talking about is I was just going to start into some promotion shit, but let's just get right down to it. We were talking about the emotional makeup of a performer, right?
Sure.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I think it's more about the public perception of what people think.
Right.
You know, how people think we're super confident and, that we don't have, sometimes we don't have feelings like we're supposed to be superheroes or something. You know? It's just not true, you know? And some people think that, we're overly confident sometimes because we're brave enough to get up on stage and things like that.
Yeah, I get that. And what we were talking about was also and I talked about this with the twins, right? Twins. We talked about this is quite often high level performers, you don't have a high self-esteem, you have a low self-esteem because the nature of performing is, for me, now this is what used to be me, is trying to get the approval of strangers. Right?
Sure.
Now I don't give a shit, and I do the best show that I can do, and I'm sure, I care to a certain extent, but not really.
Yeah, they don't wear you out.
I'm being true to myself and the songs and the stories within the songs. But are you nervous before you go on?
No, not really. It's more of a leading up to.
Yeah.
It's sometimes we have a habit of telling ourselves that we're not good enough. Or we're going to fail, the fear of failure and things like that. Or you're going to mess up the words, or you're going to sing the wrong melody or whatever. I feel like sometimes as lead singers or artists, we have a bad habit of doing that to ourselves.
Yeah, man. Well, from my standpoint, now I'm not at the level you're at, man, but I've played a lot of shows. And for me, usually I take a nap, I'm in bed, right? And then I get up.
Wrong with that.
I always worry about my voice. So I'm still myself, because my band's called Dangerous Jim and the Slims. I'm still myself. I'm laying in bed, right? I'm still Jim Miller. I'm old. I'm tired. Then I get some coffee. I get in the shower. I put my warm up through my speaker, my vocal warm up. And then when I come out of there, I got to be fucking Dangerous Jim. It's time, right? It's time. And I'm sure you feel the same, right?
100%.
And also, don't you feel like you owe it to your fans?
Sure.
So even
You owe it to, well, in my opinion,
Yes.
you owe it to your fans to stay in good shape, mentally, physically, spiritually, and deliver the music in the best way possible. And there's so much that goes into what you do as an artist. It's much more than just writing some songs and going up on stage and singing.
Dude, we're gonna cover that. So let's go. What I'm gonna do first is just cover your recording career. I've done the work. I probably know more about you than your recording career and your material more than anyone else.
Okay.
I've studied you, Mick Blankenship, yes. But let me tell everybody, you can't see this. And I don't want to embarrass you, man, but I'm just
can't embarrass me.
I'm going to tell everyone my first impression. We're here at U-Rock Studios. It's my first impression. I've met you, but when Mick back here, he came in the back, he pulled up in his minivan. Tell us about that, man. Why do you drive a minivan?
Well, most people, it's crazy because I go live on TikTok and I ask people, what kind of car do you think I drive? And they have everything but.
Right.
I'm like, I drive a 15-year-old minivan.
And that's for carrying gear.
Carrying gear and a dog.
And a dog. Yeah. We talked about your dog. So anyway, what you guys can't tell right here, hopefully we can zoom in on Mick and you can see him, but he's handsome as shit. You're tall and and I say this, man, I mean, I just didn't know what to expect.
Oh, okay.
But when I see you, I agree with what you said. You really do look like a rock star to me.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with what you said. When you're in your prime, like you are, every aspect counts, and you're in shape. He's tall. You're about 6 feet tall, right? A little bit more.
6 foot.
Yeah, dude. He's tall. He's handsome. Look at this fella. So I just took it in.
I did not pay him to say this.
No, but I took it in as you took it in, and what I see so far, and what I know you to be is, goddamn, you look good, and your music's good. So let's go back. Twins, let's put up Mick's albums. We're going to talk about your 3 albums. Your first one, if I'm not mistaken, came out in, that was 2018, right?
February 24th.
Crown of Apathy.
Crown of Apathy.
Now, this is when you had Jack Ryan in the band, right?
Right.
And Daniel, what's this? Daniel
Laverde.
Daniel Laverde. Okay, so tell me.
They were babies.
They were babies. Yeah.
17
now
years
look
old.
at them now out doing shit.
Oh, I know. It's awesome.
Yeah, I understand. So the Crown of Apathy record came out. That was your first one. I've listened to every song on there. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Where did you record that? How did you record that record?
Most of it was actually recorded at Encore up in Dayton.
Yeah.
And at the time, I wasn't set up at home really to do it. I was, but I wasn't. I didn't have the proper, vocal booth and things like that. So I rented Encore Studios, and I was also kind of a member of the studio. Like I would help people produce and mix and things like that in kind of an exchange,
right?
For my rental hours and things like that. I just worked out a deal with the studio and I did most of it there. However, the budget ran out, and I'm like, well, we got to finish the record. So I ended up setting up this space in my front room in my house. My wife hated it.
All right.
So we turned the front bathroom into a vocal booth. And she came home one day and I had all the couch cushions off and they were stapled to the ceiling.
Great echo in there, right?
Oh man, she about popped a gasket. She's like, "Oh my God, what is this?"
Hey, that's what she signed up for, though. I'm sure.
Well, I was planning on having it all back in place before she got home, but I did. I literally stapled her couch cushions to the wall. She got so pissed at me for that.
That's all right, man.
But hey, we recorded the vocals. We got through it, and I did the rest of it at my house, and then I found a mix engineer that worked that I really liked at that time. That also worked with John, the producer of the record.
Who produced the record?
John Moyer.
John Moyer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now John Moyer's in Disturbed. Disturbed now. And this may be a little bit, this may not be something you want to put out to my hundreds of viewers. However, is John Moyer expensive? Or was he helping you?
At the time, I mean, he was actually pretty reasonable. I mean, he believed in what I was doing, and he worked with my budget. So,
okay, you can no comment on this if you want. Let's play high-low. 10 grand?
Oh, no comment.
Okay. I knew
absolutely no comment.
Of course not, right? Okay, so here's I've been studying you, man. I've been studying you. Okay, so next, you got that 2018 record out.
Yep.
Then next, you're coming out with Madness in the Shadows, right?
Yep.
Now, around that time, you put out a video for Rule the World. Twins, give me a little of the Rule the World so we can understand what's going on with this. And then I want to talk, we're going to segue mostly into YouTube and how you're doing what you're doing on that. But this to me, play it a little louder. This is your first video in 2020. it really got a lot of traction.
Right.
And this is the music you're using for our promo for the Mick Blankenship, right? But so this is amazing, right?
Yeah, we filmed this outside in Dayton, Ohio, in downtown Dayton, Ohio.
Now, this to me sounds a little bit like Disturbed right here.
It was very inspired by Disturbed, yeah.
Right. Turn it up, Twin, for the people just for a second. Yeah, that's very good. Okay, bring it down.
I had no hair.
Yeah, you had no hair. It's okay, but that was your look at that time.
Right.
And just bring it all the way down and out. So, this is what interests me. You're basically operating in Middletown or Hamilton or somewhere over there, right?
I grew up in Middletown.
And so nobody really knows who you are. I mean,
Right.
you're playing gigs, but you're not like nationally famous in any way. So you put that video out, Rule the World, and when I looked at it, it had 662,000 YouTube views. Now, in general, you have over 5 million YouTube views on all your stuff that's out there.
Right.
So, did you just plop out Rule the World and just basically put it up on your YouTube page and it started spreading organically? Is that how it happens?
Yeah.
So one day you look and you go, shit, 20 people watched it today. And then 2 weeks later you go, holy crap, 200,000.
Well, there's a few factors. Number one, I also put the video up on YouTube because back then, before it was Meta, you could put full-length videos up. You can't do that now, but...
what do you mean? You can't put a full video on YouTube?
On Facebook.
On Facebook. Okay, you put it on Facebook.
I put the whole music video up on Facebook, but when Meta took over, everything is a reel now. So you can't put up anything more than 3 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
But also, 1 year, almost to the day, later after I released that music video, I think it shot up to about 100 or 200,000.
Yeah.
But then a year later, I got a phone call from my brother-in-law who lives in Tampa, Florida. Mm-hmm. He said, "Hey, man, you're on the radio down here." I said, "Dude, quit with me, man." I hung up the phone.
You can say fuck if you want. It's okay.
Then I got another text message, and then another text message. And another, like all my friends down in Florida was like, "Dude, you're on the radio. You're on the radio." I'm like, "What?"
Right.
So I did a little digging, and I was on a radio station down there in Tampa, Florida. So I contacted the station and said, "Hey, this is Mick Blankenship.
Hey.
You're playing my song."
Yeah.
I was just, first of all, thank you. But second of all, how did you get it? How did you, I was curious.
Yeah.
And then the radio DJ said, "Hey, man, I'm a huge fan. I really love this song." And, I was just, the radio station, the program manager let me play it, or the program director let me play it. And he's like, "If you don't mind, I'd like to play it all week. And I want you to get as many people as you can to call in and request it." So I flipped out, man. That was the first time I was organically ever played on the radio.
Yeah. But I know you must know this, but your music is fucking killer, man.
Oh, thanks,
I mean, it's radio ready. It really is. Some other bands you hear, my band included, you can tell it ain't ready to be on EBN.
Right.
It's okay, but your music is radio ready. Sonically, it sounds killer.
Yeah, man.
And is that the Rule of the World was just a single, right? Was that a single? Or is that
no, that's on the record.
That's on Madness.
Madness in the Shadows,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So I got all my people to start requesting it.
Of course.
It made number 10 on the independent radio charts.
And what radio station was it? Can you remember?
I don't remember. Something Shark Radio.
It's Shark. I get it. Okay, let's keep moving. So then now you're rolling.
Hold on. It actually was the number one most requested song 4 weeks in a row on that radio station.
Dude.
And that's why I charted number 10.
I love that shit, man.
Yeah.
You ever met David Draymond?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, was he cool? Was he very soft-spoken?
He was very nice.
Yeah, he's smart too, right?
Yeah.
He seems smart. Well, now we got Rule of the World. We got traction. This is organic traction. Guys, this is an independent artist. Did you hear what he said? He just had a song. He recorded it great. He wrote a great song, and next thing you know, it's spreading, right?
Yep.
There's no formula.
No,
I mean,
I didn't pay for it. I didn't even know about it until after the fact.
All right, now we're in 2022, and we have this video, "Dying to Love." Now, is that on a record or is that a single?
That's a single, and it was a lyric video.
A lyric video, yeah. I don't think we have that one, but let's play it. Let me hear some "Dying to Love." I want to talk about this a little bit more.
Okay.
I think this is just audio. If you're watching out there, sorry about that. This is just the audio. If you're listening,
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. This is Mick Blankenship. This is a song he has called "Dying to Love."
Today, another life was taken away. Hate breeds fear. Fear breeds hate. Why can't we learn that we're all the
Let's fade that when we talk about this. Let's talk about to me. Tell me about the Rule the World lyrics, and tell me how you moved from the Rule the World style into this Dying to Love lyrical style.
When I recorded Rule the World, I was angry, man. I was angry at where the things were going with like social media and mind control and you know, people like to famously say the words fake news, and there's a lot of truth to that actual thing, but like people were being manipulated, and I saw it a long time ago. And and if you try to talk about it, people will think you're crazy or you're a conspiracy theorist or things like that. But
you could have been manipulated to talk about it. Don't forget about that. You may have been manipulated too, Mick Blankenship.
You never know, man.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, but I made the conscious choice back in 2008 to stop watching TV. And I don't. And people think I'm weird. And I do not watch television. I do not listen. I don't watch reality TV.
If you ever watch one of the Real Housewives shows.
Absolutely not.
Dude, those are amazing.
I would rather sandpaper the asshole of an alligator in a phone booth than to watch.
Did you hear that? Make sure we save that, because if we ask somebody else about something, we're going to use mixed cut. You'd rather sandpaper the. So what is that?
I said I'd rather sandpaper the asshole of an alligator in a phone booth than to watch reality television.
Mark that time, twins. Okay, so now Dying to Love, it seems like, number one, you're back now. You're recording in your house, right?
Yeah, that was 100%. I did that all. Most of my music I record by myself, and I record all of my own drums and guitars and all that.
You're playing all the instruments,
correct? Yeah. And so one day, man, I woke up and I happened to be scrolling Facebook, which I try not to do, but I saw. It was the day after the Portland, Oregon riots.
Yeah.
And, I was seeing people killing each other, man, and it shattered my heart. It broke my heart.
Easiest songs to write are the ones you really feel, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like some songs you wrote them because you had to finish them, and other songs you felt emotionally, or do you feel like
100%, yes.
Some you got to finish. It's just part of it. You got to rhyme this with this and junk with trunk, and here we go.
Sure.
All right. Now, but Rule the World, 662,000 YouTube views. Dying to Love, 1.3 million.
Yeah.
So you popped that. You recorded this at your house,
and I just made a cheap little lyric video.
And you made it, and then what? So first,
and then I posted it on YouTube, and I literally woke up the next day, and it was several 100,000.
Right.
And I think people just felt it.
Now, I'm gonna ask you about social media in a whole different segment, because that's a whole different conversation. But you popped it up one day. I remember, I don't have that experience, but in the old days, I was in a band called Leap Skyward, and there wasn't the internet, and they'd always put record reviews in the Inquirer.
Mm-hmm.
So it was always awesome to get the Friday paper and it'd open up and go, wow, there's a record review. So it was like a Christmas in 2022 when you woke up and you saw those views. Right?
Yeah, I was blown away. I had no idea, and it was my first song that wasn't rock or metal.
Now, when you get this shows you how little I know, but that's why I'm doing this, and I'm not a professional musician at your level. How do you get YouTube followers? Do you do it? Do people just follow you, or is there a way to find them to get people to follow you?
Well, there's a few different ways you can do it. I try to campaign my stuff the best that I can and make people aware of it as it's coming out. The whole pre-save my song thing is dead now.
Why? What's the use of doing that anyway? You can just listen to it.
Well, I could explain. There is a point.
We're going to go to that in another segment.
Right. Yeah, you want as many people to listen to it at the same time as possible. It's an algorithm thing. So, but you try to gather the way that I do it, man, is I have a community. A lot of it's on TikTok, and a good portion of it's on YouTube as well.
Right.
And I call them my rock soldiers.
Rock
soldier community. And I try to, I keep them involved, right? And I even involve them in the writing process. Like I'll go live on TikTok and I'll just start writing a song. In fact, I released a Christmas song. And
Oh Holy Night.
And I did that 100% live on TikTok. I even, not only did I record it, but I mixed and mastered it myself, all while being live on TikTok.
That's amazing, man.
Dude, so everyone felt involved.
I love that shit.
You know what I mean?
So then we went. So you woke up now. So now, just from 2020 to 2022, all of a sudden you got 2 million views on a couple of YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. And I know you put other stuff out in between. I'm just focusing on full length songs that you got a ton of traction on. 2024 came in, you started working on, you put out another single that did pretty good, Change the Season, right?
Yeah, Fall of the Empire was in there as well somewhere.
Yeah, let's play a little bit of Change the Season. Then I want to get to the big one, and I have a ton of questions. But
Okay.
But play it. Let the people hear Mick Blankenship, Change the Season, right?
Yep.
Okay, this is a video. If you're watching, watch this video. If you're listening, this is Mick Blankenship. MickBlankenship.com. Being independent, hardback, and artist touring all over the place. Listen to this. But you playing all that?
That's one thing to believe in me, but another to disagree. Some also a fucking was still names at the same time. They won't have the choice to stop.
All right, bring that down, Twin. So
I like it.
it seems, I noticed that you went from being pissed off to being a little bit emotional, and then a lot of your songs started changing into "I can do this" and "We can do this" type stuff. Do you feel that? Am I
Sure. That's the whole
categorizing that?
Legacy album was about empowerment.
Yeah, man, because you went from "this is bullshit, I hate this" to "everyone's killing each other." I mean, and guys, look, I know it's way deeper. So I'm not trying to patronize you on that, but you did turn into, with the Legacy record, into triumphant stuff. Like, you can do this.
Right.
I want to be somebody. Stuff like that. I mean, I like that.
Okay.
And I'm so we're gonna go segue now into. I got a ton of questions about this. The Silent Lucidity song and video. Now, when you, number one, people should know that since it came out in 2025, it has 2.5 million views on YouTube, which I think is amazing.
Yes.
Now, when you do that, I have a ton of questions, and some may be no comment. Do you have to pay the artist or buy the rights when you put out a cover?
No.
No. And then, has Jeff Tate ever commented on your version?
Jeff, no. The other guys have yet.
Okay, because you opened for Queensryche up at JD Legend.
Many times.
Many times, yeah. So, but the Silent Lucidity video, play me a little bit of that, Twin. You're pretty true to the original version.
Yes.
To my ears, you take some liberties, of course.
Right.
But listen to this. If you're out there, this is Mick Blankenship. This is the Dangerous Jim Show. If you have any questions, you can email
Hush
me.
now, don't you cry.
Listen to that.
Wipe away the teardrop from your eye. You're lying safe in bed.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
It was all
Is this your favorite Queensryche song?
in your head.
You can fade that to me.
No.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite Queensryche song is probably... Oh, that's a tough one, man. Oh, gosh. Probably Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Empire Gets On. Right? You play that live too, right?
I do.
Okay, so this is the other thing I was going to ask you about. So that thing whacked up 2.5 million views. So now you're at about 4 million views just on your YouTube videos coming out, and that doesn't include streaming. I didn't know how to look up your streaming numbers. I'm old.
16 million.
16 million people have streamed, not that song, but all your music.
All together.
So 16 million streams. That's amazing. And here you sit in my studio. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did this work? Did some people find Silent Lucidity first, and then some of your numbers for some of your other songs started jumping?
That definitely turbocharged my algorithm and definitely got me a ton of followers. That's where Silent Lucidity, the video itself, is what got my YouTube channel to really
take off.
Yeah.
Right? You just need to be, to me, people just need to find you because you kick ass, but it's just a matter of someone finding you.
People ask me all the time, Jim. They're like, "What's the biggest challenge as an independent artist in 2026?" And hands down, it's being heard.
Being heard. Man, and there's so much. It's hard, which is weird. It's hard to find people. If you know what I'm saying.
It is.
When I find independent artists,
It's expensive.
yeah, man, I get that. So Silent Lucidity really catapulted your awareness all around the world, right?
Sure.
And then when you see all those streams, can you tell where they're coming from? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Like, you got people all over the world listening to your music, right?
Yep. That's the
What
most
is your-
interesting aspect about, especially like TikTok, is my fan base is all over the world, in every single country.
I get that, man. And then after the Silent Lucidity, that's on the Legacy EP that we put up before. You can find all this stuff, by the way, if you go to iTunes, Spotify. If you can't find Mick Blankenship, you don't know how to work your computer because he's out there all over the place. He's got, what I do is I listen to it on iTunes. He's got 3 full-length records out there. Make sure you look up Mick Blankenship. on iTunes, Spotify, and all that. And he's got a ton of singles. He's a killer artist. Soundless City was on the Legacy EP that has 5 songs on it, and also the 6 songs, and also the Legacy song was on there too, which I really like a lot. Tell me about the lyrics for Legacy.
It's just, I just wanted to make a statement, man, that, you know, like, even though I'm independent and I've never been famous and I've never been rich or any of those silly things, that I'm at least going to leave a mark. Yeah. You know, this is my legacy. My music will live on forever, long after I'm gone.
Of course.
So,
all right. I like that. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break. We're going to play, what it looks like to see you live.
Okay.
This is just something that just came up on your YouTube channel or whatever. I'm not sure where it came up, but it's Enemy that you just played live at a recent show in Michigan, right?
Okay, cool.
We're going to play that. We're going to let the people get a taste of that short. Me and you are going to take a break. Maybe we'll do some Indian leg wrestling. Do you know what Indian leg wrestling is? We'll do some of that. Maybe back in the studio back there. We'll wrestle around a little bit. And,
I'm down.
Yeah. And then,
or did you bring your booty shorts?
Yeah, man. And let's talk underwear for 1 second.
Here we go.
So Mick and I feel underwear. How important is underwear to you?
Oh, it could be very important.
Vital. So Mick tells me, how many pairs of underwear do you have that are?
Probably 20. I'm guessing. Yeah.
I got at least. I roll them up in a ball. When I open up my underwear drawer and they're all rolled up like sideways, I feel so good. I don't even know why.
Yeah, I'm not that OCD.
I am. I look them over and I go, "Which pair am I going to select today for my boys?" You know, it's
the Batmans.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. Okay, twins. Spin Mick Blankenship playing live. We're going to take a break. We're going to walk around. Then I'm going to pick your brain on social media because that's a whole different topic. And most of these people, most of the musicians out here have they don't know near as much as you do. So I'm going to try to go down that rabbit hole a little bit of social media, your followers, how you handle it. And then finally, we're going to delve into your personal life. We're going to do that at the end because there's so many questions that I have about that.
Cool.
So everyone stick around. This is the Dangerous Jim Show. If you got any questions or anything, you can email me at askdangerousjim@gmail.com. And what's your booking? Is it booking at Mick Blankenship?
Just management at Mick Blankenship.
Management at MickBlankenship.com. If you're a club owner and you want a killer hard rock show, this is the person you should get. This is the Dangerous Jim Show. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with Mick Blankenship.
Now then, turn your back on me and keep it up away. Go to school. But don't mind as the girl was still dropping on she's there. So not as out. Just stand up. Something. If that's right, you can do nothing but you could do it.
So what you guys just saw was a short of Mick Blankenship live. Now, how did you find your current live band that you have now?
Well, probably. I mean, it's each one was different.
Yeah.
Adam, my bass player guy, I messaged him to fill in one day.
Yes.
At just a couple shows, and he just never left because I love that guy to pieces.
Right.
And Miles and Josiah, I put up a one ad.
Yeah.
You know, and I never in a million years thought it would work that way because typically it doesn't. But I gave Miles a shot about a year and a half ago, and he actually bombed. His first audition was not great, and like.
To what do you attribute that?
Just not playing it as it was written. It had nothing to do with his talent.
He was just playing. Do you think he wasn't playing as it was written because he didn't bother to learn it? Just tell the truth, Josiah.
Maybe.
His name's Josiah, right?
No, we're talking about Miles.
Miles, we're not trying to throw you, drummer. We're not trying to throw you under the bus.
Hashtag damn it, Miles. Yes, we are. He put gasoline in my water tank in my RV.
He did?
He did.
What?
I love him, but he ain't never going to live that down.
All right, man.
Anyway, so he came in and he did the songs. He just didn't play them structurally correct. And
I understand.
So I passed on him at first, and then it was so funny because a friend of a friend said, "Man, you need to check this guy out." And I heard the audio, but I didn't see the person. I'm like, wow, he played that really well. And it ended up being the same guy. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is you and this is you. Like, okay, so I called him back. I said, dude, I want you to come back a second time, but this time,
please learn it.
I want you to nail it. And he did. He came back.
We're talking about Miles, the drummer, right?
Yeah.
Miles, good job. It looks like he took the time to learn the material this time. And
he did.
You never know. I mean,
and just since then, he's 3 times the drummer.
But also, he might not know that you're sensitive to that part because you played the drums, right?
Yes.
So you're going to be a little bit more sensitive than the average person, and you didn't
drill sergeant.
You didn't, and look, it's called Mick Blankenship for a reason, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the perception's a little wonky, but I just want it played right. That's all.
Get it, brother. I get it, man. It's the never-ending quest for playing.
Yeah, but then right. Josiah, my former guitar player's name was Trey. Love him to pieces. He had to step down. He's got 5 kids. Bro,
I get it, man. I get it.
He had a change in his life, and he couldn't do the scheduling and all that stuff. So
when there's a Mick Blankenship solo concert, I know you're doing a couple of things that I'll ask you about, but when there's a Mick Blankenship solo concert, do you guys rehearse, or you just send them the list? And
yeah, we rehearse the set list before the show at some point.
You're playing like an hour.
It all depends, man. I've done gigs that were only 30 minutes, and I've done gigs that were 90 minutes.
I know you guys roll on tracks.
I do use tracks.
Okay. Yeah. And so
I have to.
But that makes my point on that is it makes it easier to rehearse because everybody has the tracks in advance, right?
Sure.
So, yeah. So then that makes it easier than trying to organically figure out how long the guitar solo on just what the doctor ordered is going to be. And I'm just classic 10 years.
Yeah.
Of course.
And so Josiah was a one ad as well, and he answered the ad, and he went above and beyond anything I ever asked him to do, and he just nailed it, bro. And I was like, that's the guy.
And so nowadays, you got a gig in Michigan, you guys basically just meet there.
No. We meet at my house.
And you rehearse.
We rehearse, and usually they stay the night and all that stuff, and we get up and leave early, and I take an RV because I can't afford a tour bus.
I get it, man. I get it. I totally understand that.
But yeah, we all ride up together, usually.
Right. Let's talk. This is something that I don't understand a lot of, and I don't know how many people out here understand this, but let's talk social media.
Okay.
Right? Man, you already understand this. I'm 61. I do Facebook. Man, that's all I know about. I know nothing about any of the other stuff, but also I'm not a kick-ass touring recording artist, so I don't necessarily need to know. But there are some other great people out here that need to understand this. When I looked it up, you had like 180,000 TikTok followers. I don't know if it's that much now.
I think it's 160.
160. Okay. And then Facebook, I thought you had 269,000 or somewhere in that somewhere in that range. And then YouTube subscribers, you got 155,000.
Right.
How does that happen?
A lot of hard work and consistency.
Okay. So what is the hard work and what is the consistency to increase your social media presence?
Well, let me preface all of this by saying, please do not be duped by fake accounts. There are so many fake Mick Blankenship accounts that will message people. Right. It's not me. I don't DM people on the internet.
Well, people
got scammed, and one lady got scammed for $800. So please, if you're communicating with a Mick Blankenship on social media, it's not me unless I know you, and I have in which case I'll just call you.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So anyway, moving forward.
Are you available for phone calls from anybody?
Absolutely not.
At any time?
Absolutely not.
You want to tell everyone your phone number?
I'm verified on every platform, so yeah.
Well, me and the twins, I just did a lip sync video for In the Music and posted it as Mick Blankenship.
No, you did not.
I did. Tell them, twins, tell them. It's in the music. I did.
Yeah, absolutely. It's out there.
So, were you wearing the pink robe?
No, but do not be duped by me. We look almost the same. Almost
pretty close.
You can't tell the difference.
So break it down for us, Mick. So
it's already online.
Hard work and consistency. What do you mean by that when you're talking about social media?
Well, so I never in a million years would have imagined it would be this way, but most artists are now content creators, and in fact, a lot of us are actually categorized as social media influencers. And I kind of want to vomit in my mouth when I say that.
Okay,
so that's not what I am.
What are you then?
I'm an artist.
You're an artist.
But I have to
get your truth out there, man, right?
Right. But social media is a valuable tool. And if you don't use it, then you're losing out. So I had to teach myself how to make graphics, how to make content, how to edit video, how to do all these things. Because, who the hell can afford to pay people?
Now, you made all the videos we showed you made yourself, right?
Well, Adam, my bass player, is the video editing guy on most of that.
Yeah. So as a team, within your own small
But rest assured, like in change of season, I'm holding the camera when it's not my turn. When it's the bass player, I'm holding the camera.
I get it, man.
Right, and I'm there. I'm involved in every level that I possibly can be. But yeah, I'm not. I don't have a huge budget or anything. So, but anyway, making content is super important, and being consistent and posting it every day, multiple times a day.
I was going to ask about that because
every day.
For me, man, I don't know. I see I'm not talking about you. But I see artists, I see 5 different versions of their song every single day. And so that's what you should be doing.
You should be.
Right.
Now, you can go the money route. If you have the money, you can absolutely do Google ads. You can absolutely do Meta ads. Right. You can advertise all you want. But, again, I have a much smaller budget. So I have to post probably 10 times more than a big national band. Yeah. Besides those big national bands with record labels, they have people that do that shit for them.
They got media managers, right? I mean, that's probably the most important person.
The guys in the band Godsmack has probably never even looked at TikTok before.
Right, they're old guys. They're old guys like me. They don't know how to work that shit.
But my point being is, those guys have to worry about being the musician or the artist that they are, and that's it, right? But when you're independent and you're doing what I'm doing, you have to wear all of the hats.
I get it.
And brother, it's exhausting.
I understand. Well, it's a full-time job. It's a full-time job, man. I mean, there's no way around that. It
is my full-time job. I don't work at Domino's Pizza, bro. Right. This is what I do.
I get it. I told a story about Danny Joe Brown on my show. Yeah. My hats, blah, blah, blah. Long story. But it was a short, and then I bought ads on Facebook for the short itself.
Sure.
But
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I'd never done it before. I didn't understand. I just said, shit, I'll just fucking buy it, right? So I buy it, and there's what happens. When people click on it, they immediately get a message. I didn't know how to control that. So everyone that clicked on it got a message, and I had hundreds of messages. I'd say 60% hostile, right? You know what I'm saying? One guy sent me, there's some, I know I don't have to tell you this, and I know you have a great fan base, but there's also some crazy people out there.
Oh, Lord.
Dude. And man, I'm nothing, but I'm sure that you.
I can show you some screenshots.
I had a guy, each sent me picture of poop in a toilet, and then picture of poop on a wall, and he said my mom was a pig that he wanted to smear poop on. That's pretty heavy, right? Okay. So I replied back, and I said, man, that's not very. I wanted to call him on the show and go, what would possess you? I said, give me your phone number, man. You can do this. I'm fine with it.
Well, you can't rationalize mental illness, man. It's something you just got to accept. It's out there. The more you level up, the more hate you're going to get. I get hate all the time, every day. I've had people write me and tell me to kill myself because your music's so fucking horrible, and I can't stand you. You're ugly. You're the whole gambit, dude. I've seen it all. That's why I said you can't hurt my feelings.
I get it, man.
Yeah, so it's out there, and if you, like I said, if you get to the national level, you're going to get a rash of it. Dude. Just expect it.
Yeah, and I didn't know how to. Maybe you can teach me off air. I didn't know how to control it. I don't necessarily want when someone.
Well, you did the wrong kind of meta ad. I know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what to do, and almost everyone was mad. They're like, "Fuck you. We don't want a message from you. We don't want that." But I didn't understand how to do it. I think I spent what, $80, $50.
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
You're basically you're doing what they do in real estate, man. You're trying to you're cold calling people,
right?
With whatever it is you boosted your song or whatever.
Yeah, boosted. It's just a short from this show.
There you go. Yeah. Well, that's why you don't want to bother people. It's like in traffic. God forbid somebody has to step on the brake. I didn't want to do that either.
I was horrified, I thought, and look, man, I thought when I saw all these things in my inbox, I thought, man, I'm going viral. Yep. Not so much. Everyone was
just remember, man, whenever you're getting hate or any negative energy like that, it's just people projecting on you.
Yeah, I get it.
It's not you.
And I would try to go look at. I don't know if you do this or not, but I would say let's say you don't. But I was trying to look at some people's profiles and say, what would possess this guy to send me shit in the toilet? I mean, and I would try to look
mental illness.
Dude, it's crazy. So as a content creator, what's your average day? Doing all this TikTok, I want to talk about your TikTok lives, but in order to maintain all this stuff, what's your average day?
I try to post a mid-morning reel and an evening reel.
So you're doing it twice a day?
At least, at a minimum.
And are you doing TikTok, Facebook, YouTube? I'm sure you do Instagram.
So I mostly do TikTok live. Mm-hmm. I should be going live on YouTube and Twitch, but I'm not set up to do that right now. It ain't nobody's fault but mine. Right. But, I plan on doing that in the very near future. But most of my everyday audience. I go live on TikTok almost every morning.
Right. And what do you do? Let's segue to that. What is your TikTok? I assume it's
Mick Blankenship.
It's Mick Blankenship on TikTok. And at what time? I think the twins would you tune in Mick Blankenship going live? What time can me and the twins watch you usually in the mornings?
It's usually somewhere around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
You get up early. And what do you do? What happens?
I just make them part of my day. You know, it's so they get to hang out with me while
twins, you guys want to hang out with Mick Blankenship?
Making content.
Absolutely.
Can you guys, when's the next time you're going to do it? And I want to see if you see two twins on there watching. What's the next time, your next TikTok live? Today, this was not going to come out for a while, but today is Friday, April 17th.
Normally it would be live right now. But
really? Yeah. When is your next one?
Every morning, man, just about. And then every evening, I go live and I stream. I game and I stream.
You game like video game?
Video games, yeah.
What video game are you playing?
Skyrim.
Okay.
So I stream that, and that's more of a like a decompression / hangout, and we literally talk about anything from
I get it, man.
You know,
it's
recipes
about interaction,
to
right?
Yeah,
I mean it's about interaction. And how do you like? I always talk about this, and again, man, I'm no Mick Blankenship, but I like the interaction and the performance versus interaction.
Right.
I don't know what your live show's like, but do you feel like you're interacting and making eye contact and connecting with people?
To a degree,
or are you performing? Which one? I know you got to do both.
I don't perform a lot on lives anymore. I used to, but I started to get extreme burnout, and I mean extreme.
Are you talking about on your TikTok?
When I'm live on TikTok, I used to sing every day.
It's too much, right?
It was way too much, and it started to take its toll on me mentally and things like that. You know, it's not a good feeling when you're singing your heart out to your cell phone and there's 12 people watching.
I get it, man. I understand. And now we're back to old things. So I want to talk about your upbringing, et cetera. And I know,
sure.
But I mean, now we're back to the music. It brings up the negative emotions you've been carrying with you your whole life. I don't care if you're Axl Rose.
Sure.
You know, and it's all about the same. So let me ask you this, man. I mean, all this shit, like if you have a video that makes 2.5 million views, how much money do you get? Now we can go off. You don't have to give me a figure. But are you getting a regular check? I mean, I know you're not going to say your money, but I mean, can you make a living off? If you got 5 million views on YouTube, how much? Then we can play high low. Say we got 5 million views. Will you get a check for $500?
No, it's just a little more complicated than that. So I do make a living off of social media. That's how I pay my bills.
Okay,
and I don't make jack on playing live shows. In fact, I normally lose money when I play live shows.
I understand.
Which is why I don't tour a lot.
I get it.
And until I get some sort of financial support. But between Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, it all fluctuates. And sometimes you can have a great week, and sometimes you can have a shit week.
I get it.
But like, let's say you have I'll just give you a good example.
Yeah.
I did a Facebook reel recently. It was a funny thing. As we stopped at this place called the Uranus Fudge Factory.
I just went past there yesterday.
Yeah, in Indiana. And I just did this reel, and we were all giggling and laughing at the ass jokes and all that stuff. And I posted like it was a minute long. And I'm right at or close to 10 million views on that. And I think I got a total paycheck of like $2,000.
Right. So what it should be noted that this is where I don't understand it, because I've always had like a regular job. Mm-hmm. It is a job, and
it is absolutely a job.
And for me, remember, I'm an old guy.
Bro, sometimes I get very envious of people who have a 9-to-5 job and they just go to work and they make $25 an hour and they get a same paycheck every week and insurance. And I'm out here like, yeah, dude, I can make a couple grand in a month off my social media. Absolutely.
Okay. And is that realistic? Income $2 to $4 grand a month is what you make, and
it can be if you're not a damn musician. It can be if you cut grass and you make videos of yourself cutting grass. People watch that shit, dude.
It's crazy, right?
But when you're a rock artist and you make 3-minute music videos, that's not a lot of retention.
Right.
So you have to do more than that. So when you're in my position, you have to have daily reels, shorts on YouTube. And I do, if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I do a lot of breakdown videos, and I bring people inside the studio and I show them, this is how I wrote the song. This is what I use. This is the guitar I use.
That's what I'm interested in, right? Like I was telling these guys, I'm more interested in seeing what Kiss does from 4 to 7
before the show
than seeing them open with Detroit Rock City. I'm more interested in that, and you actually inspired me and the twins to catch people, like catch you when you get out of your car.
Sure.
Yeah, I wish everyone could have seen you come through with the sunlight behind you. The Greek god entered the studio back there. It was amazing. Freaking amazing. Twins, you guys should have been there from that. All right, now let's talk about the live show and touring.
Okay.
Now, what I'm interested in mostly, Twins, can you pull up I might have went past you one. Can you pull up that live video of, is that Richie there? So
yeah.
You went out on a tour with Theory of the Dead Man. You did 14, hold on, please. You did 14 shows.
Yep.
15 shows. You did 14 shows, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And that was like through February or March or whatever. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Now, I just want to talk business again, and I hope it's okay for me to say this. And if it's not okay, you tell me, and we'll take this part out. Twins, mark the time. I want to talk about buy-ons.
Sure.
Can you? I don't think a lot of people that are out there in the music that even play music, or when you go see somebody, like I went and saw Tesla. And what's that one cat we were talking about? He lives over there on the east side. Shit. He's not doing good because we can't remember his name.
Yeah, I know. I remember our conversation.
Back in the school. But anyway,
Kurt
Dimer.
Yeah.
Now, I like Kurt Dimer. And Kurt, why don't you come on the show and talk to me, man? You ain't even far. Kurt Dimer, I challenge you to come on the Dangerous Gym Show. Get in here. But anyway, I saw Tesla. And
Yeah.
What's that nice place in Grand Rapids downtown?
Oh, gosh. 142?
Yeah. I saw Tesla with Kurt Dimer and another band.
Sure.
No, I know for sure that the first band was Rachel Ray's husband. So those were buy-ons. And so, Mick, can you explain to people what a buy-on is?
I would love to.
Break it down.
Bro, like people were blown away because I was asking for support on social media, mostly TikTok, and people were giving me a rash of shit. They're saying I'm begging for money. And I'm like, I'm not begging for money. I'm asking for support. There's a big difference.
Right.
And then when I had to break it down, and they're like, what do you mean? You don't get paid? And I'm like, hell no. Most artists, see, here's the difference between me and most of the people is I don't try to blow smoke and mirrors. I don't do any of that shit. I am what you see.
Right.
And here's the reality of it all, man. If there's an independent artist, a smaller guy out there like me that's on a tour with a big band, they paid for it. They paid money to be there. And 99% of the people out there are blown away to know that.
All support? You're talking about all support? Like
almost, it all depends.
If you hear like Kiss is taking out so and so, Kiss is taking out. Chris.
Well, there's exceptions to every rule, but if you're not on a label, if you're independent, they paid to be there. Absolutely.
Like Eva Under Fire, you know who that is? A great band. Yeah. So they're on the tour with I forgot who.
But they're on a label.
They're on a label. Okay, so
they're absolutely.
So and does the label? So if you're on a label, there's no money involved. They just put you in the support. And that's
the label is your support, so they negotiate those things for you as an artist, and they, the management and all that stuff, and they negotiate your terms. But you as an artist, there's no money coming out of your pocket. No, like they handle all that for you.
Right.
But if you're independent, you don't have a label, you don't have management, you do everything yourself, like I do, then you absolutely will pay to be there. A lot.
And so you went out and did 14 shows. Richie Turbush on the guitar, on acoustic guitar.
Yep.
And did you have a drummer on it?
It was Miles, yeah.
Okay, you had Miles. So you went out. I want everyone to understand this if you're still listening. Mick went out on the tour with a heavy, hard rock band. You're doing a couple thousand people, probably 2,000 people in the venue.
Just about, yeah.
Like that. And but he didn't take his whole band. You took your cojones and you got up there with and Richie Turbush, you guys know this guy, did I say Turbush?
Turbush, yeah.
Richie Turbush on guitar, acoustic guitar.
Yep.
And a drummer.
Yep.
Now, that takes some balls. Did you, on the first show, what were your thoughts when you're going out there? It's like, you're going acoustic.
Well, the whole tour was acoustic, so was Theory.
They were too?
They were in unplugged.
I see. Okay.
And so therefore I had to be unplugged.
Oh, I get it. I thought you did that on purpose.
No, and I was limited. I was only allowed 3 people.
Yeah.
So I had to forego the bass player. So I had to put the bass in the track. And I was very limited on the time that I could play, the time I could sell merchandise. I was limited on everything.
Got it. Of course.
But so what people don't understand, well, why do you have to pay to be there? Well, you gotta think about it like this. It's the music business, not the music friendship, right?
I get it.
I'm not on their label. Matter of fact, at that time, they weren't on a label either. And that was how I got on it.
Right.
So I just negotiated straight on with their manager and said, this is what I want to do.
Right.
And so, you gotta remember, that's not my audience. Right. That's their audience that they've built for the last 25 years. Right. And so you have to pay to play. You have to pay to be in front of their audience. And all my fans, it was a mixed bag of emotions because a lot of my fans got pissed off that I had to pay to be there.
I get it.
I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Like,
and so so everyone understands. So Mick did 14 shows with Theory of a Dead Man, and I think you paid, in order to make money, you got to spend money.
Right.
I think you paid him $1,000 each time, or somewhere. I don't know what number it is. But
Yep.
So you gave him $1,000. So you start
just to even be there.
You start negative $1,000. That's where before you leave the house.
Right.
Now you know you're down 1,000 times 14.
Then I got to pay the guitar player. Then I got to pay the drummer. Then I got to pay the gas.
Yeah.
I got to pay for the merch.
So you book the tour, you're just paying. You're down 14,000.
Right.
You're negative 14,000.
Yep.
Then you got to pay the band. You got to do that. So you're trying to make your money back in merch.
Right.
And also in additional social media followings and any other
and donations.
Stream,
yeah.
Donations.
And I'm very limited. I only got like 10 minutes to sell my T-shirts.
Oh, I get it, man. I always thought. Now I know you've. I never really asked you if you ever played any cover bands, but my band, we typically we play our own music and covers at the same time. We sell more merch that way because we got a longer time to do it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You got all night to talk. You know, you sell 50 talk about your T-shirts in every song. You sell them faster. All right, you guys play me a little Silent Lucidity with Mick opening for. Yeah, give me that again. Let's let people understand what this is. What if you're out there listening? This is Mick Blankenship live opening for Theory of a Dead Man. He only had an acoustic guitar player and a drummer. Twins hit it. Big crowd.
Oh yeah, it was a good crowd. That was a couple thousand people for sure.
Are you nervous there? Are you having the time of your?
I was on top of the world, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Sing along, Mick. Come on, give me a little bit. Come on, man. Just give me a little. Yes.
Lying safe in bed, it was all a bad dream spinning in your head.
It lied to feel pain.
Let me hear you do it again.
Someone close to you leaving
I'll take this part.
the game.
I got this.
Do it.
Of life.
There it is.
It's a duet.
The chance. Why you waiting?
No,
In Detroit.
this is great, right?
Oh yeah.
I got this part.
Or has it just begun?
Look at that. Check out Mick Blankenship, twins. Amazing, right? Look at Richie Turbush over there. Turbo.
He was having the time of his life too, bro. It was awesome.
Yeah. Are you using in-ears?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, twins, fade this out, even though it's so amazing. All right. So this is what you did 14 times.
Yeah.
All over America. You guys are riding in an RV.
Yeah.
And you're out there playing. How much merch did you sell now? We started off, you had to spend 14.
Well-
You started off like negative. You really,
The first
probably negative 20,000.
2 nights I killed it in merch, man. But they put a cap on that stuff because I was getting a lot of attention and there was a long line of people and so that's and for good reason. I understand why, but so they limited my time. I only got 10 minutes to meet fans and then I had to leave.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how did you feel about that? Did you feel like what was your emotion at that moment when they told you that?
I was on top of the world, man. And I didn't at the time, I didn't quite understand, because I had never been, that was my first national tour.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
And I just didn't understand how things worked. And,
Right.
and so, and neither does the general public,
I still don't understand why you can only sell T-shirts for 10 minutes.
Well, because you don't, the next artist needs the full audience, right? They don't want half the people in the lobby.
I get it.
Right.
Okay, man.
So it's a respect thing. So,
get it.
and I get it, so when you're limited on that and you're the opening band, you have to just take whatever they give you. You know what I mean?
And I'm sure
'Cause
you
it's
got
their
off
tour.
that stage and you basically ran to that merch booth.
Absolutely.
You ran to meet those people.
I did.
Yeah, I get it, man.
I did.
I totally understand.
And I took every second I could to meet as many people as I possibly could, and I just made the most out of
I
it.
get it, man. And then and you're still feeling so excellent at that point, right?
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Man.
I mean, you were one. What do you guys think? Mick's pretty good, ain't he? Dude's amazing, right?
I wish I could do it all the time.
I get it.
But I don't have that kind of money. People don't understand how expensive it gets.
You need, that's why you need a record label. I'm telling you, before you left your house, you're 20 grand in the hole.
Oh yeah, at least.
At least. You're 20 grand in the hole.
I'm still paying it off.
Oh, I get it. And what do you just get a loan on your house or some shit?
Sort of.
All right.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, twins, pull up the family picture. We're gonna see Mick's family. Let's take a look at that.
Well, at least you know I'm through. I'm rock and roll through and through, man.
All right, so let's talk about this now. The guy on we're gonna segue into your personal life.
No, let's do it, man.
And so I'm gonna mark this at the top, and we're gonna talk about Mick Blankenship's personal life. Now that's your pops with the long hair.
Yep, black shirt. That's my dad.
Tell me about the three other people.
The littlest one there, that's my little brother Dennis. Little chipmunk cheeks there.
Yeah.
He's now 40.
40?
He's 40.
Yeah. How old are you?
45.
45, all right.
And in the black and white stripe at the very top, that's my older brother. His name is Marvin, the third.
Yes.
Or, fourth, I'm sorry. Dad is the third.
Oh.
But I've always called my older brother Punk. That's always been his nickname.
Okay.
And I've never called him anything different.
All right.
And of course, I'm there in the blue and the white with the gold necklace and the Kentucky waterfall.
Right. Now, your dad played in the band. Tell me the name of the band. Tell me about your what that was like having your dad playing in the band.
Well, I thought, first of all, the name of the band was Hot Cargo.
Hot Cargo.
Yeah.
Very popular.
Very popular in the
see them
80s.
up at Mabel Murphy's all the time.
Oh, dude.
Hot Cargo.
And what people don't understand is, like, you can call me a lot of things, but genuine is what I am, bro. Like, I was that guy then, and I'm that guy now. Like, all I know is rock and roll.
I get it.
And just growing up in that time, it's, you know what I mean?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Freaking amazing, man.
Yeah.
And I used to go see Prisoner. I grew up watching Prisoner, Hot Cargo, Wizard.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought it was perfectly normal to go to the bar with your dad on the weekends, right? Yeah. And I'd fall asleep in one of the subwoofers, and
I'm getting it, man.
They've had them big old JBL Sonic dumps, man, and I remember like laying my head in that thing when I was a kid. And
I
ate a lot of green onion potato chips at the bar.
No, of course.
You know.
What about those? Remember they used to have pizza makers in there.
Oh
remember,
God, yeah.
The bartender.
Yep.
Well, my kids, I got 4 children.
Shirley Temples.
Yeah, man, and they're all used to, like, at my house. When my kids were still at home, from 3 to about 6 on Fridays and Saturdays, dead silence in the house. Mm-hmm. And even though they were children, my wife, it's daddy's pre-gate nap time.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that. It's 6 o'clock on the nose. All the electric, it went from dark and quiet to everyone came back alive again. So, I know that from having my own kids there too.
Right.
Let's talk about your personal life a little bit. I'm interested in you were a policeman.
I was a cop, man.
When were you a cop?
When or where?
When and where? And what kind of cop? I need to know all this stuff.
Well,
we okay on time, guys? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. My father-in-law didn't care much for me when he met me because I was this guy and earrings and eyeliner and stuff.
When he met Mick Blankenship,
Blankenship. Way back when I was like 21 or whatever, I was like, I need to probably get a real job. And so I decided in 2004 I wanted to be a cop. And so I started going to school for it. I took a little bit of college, and then I decided to go to the police academy. I graduated the academy in 2005, and I became a police officer in 2006.
Yes.
I started out in Cincinnati, and I had several jobs throughout my career, and one of them being in Mount Juliet, Tennessee. And I came back.
Police jobs.
Yes, I was a police officer. I was actually a sergeant in Lincoln Heights, Ohio.
Yes.
For a while.
Thanks. I used to buy crack there.
I was on the SWAT team.
I used to buy crack in Lincoln Heights.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I used to kick down doors.
Yeah, when I was drinking and taking drugs, I used to buy crack there all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but anyway, man, I started to feel this is not where I'm supposed to be. And, I started to hate it. I started to hate my life. And I started, it got me, I was in a place mentally where I had to be on medication, and I was dealing with severe anxiety and depression. And
is this because of the job?
Yeah, man.
I heard you say this on social media, so I'm going to ask you about it. You talked about in one of your videos that you suffer from PTSD.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Is that from being a policeman?
Mostly.
Now,
yeah.
Okay. And we can keep it as mostly, or you can elaborate, man.
Dude, I'm an open book. I love talking about this stuff because there's people out there that are scared to talk about it.
Well, talk about it.
I'm not scared to talk about it. You know, a lot of it comes from being a police officer and the stress of the job and the things that I've had to witness and see.
Right.
And, you know, the things that I've had to go through as a police officer. And so I started having these symptoms towards the end of my career. And I was just like, man, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Yeah. This is not really who I am. It's a job. I was good. You know, I was good at the job. And there were parts of it I loved. So I didn't hate my career. It was just, you know, it wears on you after time.
I get it, man. Well,
the next thing I know, you know, bro, I'm taking Xanax.
I get it.
Like every day. And I'm, you know, and it dawned on me one day. This is a true story. I pulled this guy over for traffic violation or something. And I remember doing, you know, searching him and stuff for weapons. And I ended up finding drugs on him. And he had illegal Xanax. And I ended up arresting him and putting him in jail for the very same thing that I was doing.
I get it, man.
And even though mine was prescribed to me and his was illegal, I'm like, this is another human being, man. This is another soul. God only knows what he's going through. And it just did something. It just, I cracked inside. I'm just like, man, this can't be the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And at that time I was 30 years old, and which has been 15 years ago. And I decided to get off that medication. And I went to my supervisor and said, hey, you know, I think I might have a problem, or I might be addicted. I'm not okay with what's going on. I told him that story.
Right.
And so instead of getting me help or helping me get off the medication, I was basically pushed out. Right. And you might as well even say I was fired. I wasn't. I resigned.
All right.
But, you know, it was the beginning of the end of my career. Right. And so that put me into this place, the state of mind. So first of all, I don't know if anybody's ever been on that stuff or been addicted to Xanax, but it's awful.
That's what got me to rehab. I was the withdrawals from that.
Dude,
I've been to rehab twice, dude. It's brutal.
The withdrawals are
terrible,
awful,
the worst.
And we won't dive too deep into that. But man, I had to get myself off that stuff, and I was on it for 3 years.
Yeah,
and I went through that alone. You know, me and my wife, and then I ended up getting I couldn't work, bro. I was too emotional and had all these issues, and so I took a couple years off of work to fix myself, and I put myself through therapy. Yeah. I went to a church and I asked the church for help, and they got me counseling, and I got off of that stuff and I got my head clear. But it wasn't without the suicidal thoughts and the ideation and the awful dark depression that came with that. And so
I've had that, man. I mean, I had the same thing.
I've been there.
You know,
and that's what my song
makes you feel amazing. You know what makes you feel amazing? Xanax.
It does,
dude,
for a while.
Yeah, until you run out. It's perfect. Until you run. All drugs are great till you run out of them.
Yeah, man. Right? But that's what I wrote in my song, "My Dark Sorrow." That's what that's about.
My Dark Sorrow. Yeah, and also there's plenty of a ton of different types of emotions for you to draw on for songwriting.
Well, that's where the inspiration of Madness in the Shadows comes from, man. Because fast forward, 10 years, when I finally got out of law enforcement, I left in 2017 and never went back.
Right.
Never will go back. But, I went through this period of time where, I'm going to start drinking alcohol. So for the first time, I didn't touch a drop of alcohol until I was 35.
I get it.
So, and it was cool at first, a couple drinks here, a couple drinks there. The next thing I know, I was doing it every day. And I'm like, I cannot do this. Like I'm the type of person that I must have the addictive personality.
You do.
So,
no question that.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop drinking. And then that threw me right back into that depression again.
Yeah. And then when did you start eating? Tell me about that.
My eating disorder?
I know you talked about it. So you got off Xanax and you drank. That's what happened to me. Once I stopped drinking, I knew where every bakery was between my
the sugar. You got to find dopamine somewhere, right? Man. Well,
tell me about your eating disorder quickly.
Well, bulimia. I was bulimic.
I was bulimic. That mean when you're bulimic?
That means you throw up your food.
You eat and throw it up.
Yep.
Right.
But I struggled with that since I think the day I met my wife's parents. Honestly,
really?
And I was became very insecure about myself, and that's when it all started. So it's about 20 years.
So what does bulimia look like? So you eat a meal, and then what?
Yep, you just pick it back up
right away, or how do you
immediately?
You just eat, and then you go, I got to get up and take a piss, and you throw up, and you're done.
Yep, I hid it from everybody.
That ain't no fun.
Hell no.
Well, you become a really good thrower-upper, though, man. Nice and quiet. Man.
Yeah, you learn to do it on command. But man, other things stem from that, right? Yeah. So anxiety, obsessive compulsiveness and stuff to try to control the anxiety. And, and I wish if I had one regret through the whole thing, I just wish I would have talked to somebody.
I get it.
Because being a grown ass man, you can't have bulimia. That's teenage girl stuff, right?
I was surprised that you said that. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, there's stigma that goes with all that shit, man. But you would be blown away by the amount of grown men who struggle with that.
Yeah,
blown away. But I mean, I don't do it anymore. It's been 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man.
Once again, a battle all by myself. But you can do it, man. And if I have any advice to anybody that's struggling with that, please go talk to somebody.
Yeah, any mental health issue, right? You can't. Yeah, I don't feel. What do they say? A doctor who treats himself as a fool for a patient.
There you go.
How about that? All right, let's talk about Mick Blankenship today.
All right.
You got two things going on. You got the Mick Blankenship concerts, and you also have Grunge Fest. I think we've covered what's going on with Mick Blankenship and your live band, but explain to me Grunge Fest and what's happening with that, and then we'll wrap it up.
Grunge Fest is a tribute to Stone Temple Pilots and Alice in Chains.
They should have hired you for that.
Well, there's that information.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had an STP tribute band for many years. In fact, a lot of my fans that still follow me today have met me through the whole STP thing.
Have you ever watched the Stone Temple Pilots at Rolling Rock, the Rolling Rock concert in Pennsylvania?
I have not.
Dude, you got to watch it. Scott Weiland, I'm not telling you.
Oh, yeah. The old one back in like 2012 or something.
God, he's the best front man, I think, ever.
Well, have you seen Grunge Fest?
No, I mean, you're good too. I will. So tell me, if I buy tickets for Grunge Fest, what do I get? What happens?
You get 1 hour of each band.
Twins to Grunge Fest. Twins, if I took you guys to Grunge Fest, would you drink alcohol? Do you guys drink alcohol?
Are they old enough to drink alcohol?
Maybe, yeah. Huh? I mean, we don't really drink all the time. Just like occasionally. I've had like a couple beers, maybe.
What? They're 21.
So anyway,
all right. So you buy a ticket for Grunge Fest. Me and the Twins walk in, and we stand there. What do we see? What happens?
1 hour of each band.
And what bands are they?
Stone Temple Pilots and Alice in Chains.
All right. So you're fronting both.
I'm fronting both. Yep.
Okay. And do you change your clothes?
Oh yeah, there's costume changes. Most people don't know it's the same person.
Who do you think's better between Scott Weiland and Lane Staley?
Oh man. They're two completely different things.
And both straight out with drugs.
Yeah,
they didn't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
They both just partied till they were dead.
But it's doing well. We sell tickets and we sell out theaters. So we're kicking butt with that. And
man, you're making money. Your job,
it's paying the bills.
Unless you want to get a day job, you got to do that too. Right?
That is correct.
Right. And I know that you're a natural performer, so it's all good. And there's one time when I never think of all my problems. You know when that is?
Right. When you're on stage,
dude. It's a great respite from my mind and all the noise that's inside it when I'm playing music. So,
yep.
Man, it's been real good. Twins, do you have any questions for Mick? I think we've covered a lot of stuff.
I mean, I don't got anything.
Okay. Well,
we kind of went through like a lot. It was very, very nice.
Very nice. That's what I want to say. Very nice. You are one amazing person.
Thanks, bro.
I know that we struggled with schedules because you're so busy with doing all these things and TikTok and the Facebook and all that, man. Right. I think it's amazing. You're one of my favorite artists. I will say again, this is the best hard rock artist in Cincinnati. I've never heard anyone else playing rock music. I'm gonna call it hard rock music.
Yeah.
That's anywhere to even touches you. Right?
Oh man, that's so nice.
To me, you're my favorite. You're always in my playlists. I know you're a super nice person, down to earth. I appreciate you coming in. The Twins appreciate you coming in. So we're gonna end it. We'll in post we'll put some Mick Blankenship music right here in the very end. And I appreciate you coming in, ladies and gentlemen. Mick Blankenship.
Thanks for having me, man.
MickBlankenship.com. MickBlankenship.com. MickBlankenship. MickBlankenship.com. MickBlankenship.com. Thanks. This is the Dangerous Jim Show. Everybody have a good day.
Imagine the fall, one step from your dream.